All right, y'all, so the water is super clear for out here, which I like. Lots of grass mats. Haven't been out here in a long time. It's been like several months since I fished out here, but I know there's giants in here. So and I'm gonna start by throwing a frog through this through these grass mats and just see if we can't get one to talk into coming up and playing. Start by just twitching this frog over this grass. Just see if one of them's out there looking up. Just gonna hit this grass line, what's a little more sparse. Up there on the top of the mat is really thick. So I'm just gonna hit the edge of this grass line with this frog and see if they're sitting on the edge of it. Threw that frog up there and a bunch of bait went wild, scattered around it. Alright, I'm gonna switch to a swim bait. Keep the frog handy though. Switch this little swim bait and just hit the edge of this grass with it. See if they're active right now. All right, y'all, so we're making an adjustment. These fish, like, I haven't seen any bass, I haven't seen any real activity, but all the bait fish I'm seeing are little bluegill, about like this size. And I have this little swim bait in here. So we're gonna give it a try. See if we can make a little adjustment and start catching them. Because this is really, really similar to the bait that they have. There are tons of little bluegill the size of this bait, so we're gonna match the hatch and see if that'll pay off for us. All right, it is too windy to be fighting with this wind, so this is what I really like to do most of the time whenever I'm kayak fishing. Like you can see right where we're facing right now, there's a strong wind out of there, out of the south. And really what I like to do in the kayak, especially if I'm working a bank and the wind's blowing this way, I like to paddle all the way up as far as I want to work and then let the wind kind of push me rather than trying to push into the wind and cast into the wind. It's always a lot more efficient, it seems like, for me to cast with the wind and to float with the wind. With the wind blowing as strong as it is, it's going to push me a little faster and I want to go. But that's all right. I'll just work down this bank and paddle back up and work it again. And that's how I like to attack it on these windy days, especially in a kayak. Oh. First bite. Come on, come back for it, baby. I think it was a little one, but I'll take him at this point. Been out here for about an hour and a half. No bites. Come up on the frog. Got one. Man, my drag was too loose. He spit it. Dadgummit. And he hit it like he was mad at it. It's a pretty good fish too. Dang it. All right. Well, man, I'm not fishing clean at all. Frogs not really working. They're not really committing to it like I want them to. Swim bait got one bite right away, but it's hard to fish it with how much grass is out here. It's hard to fish that swim bait. So we're gonna try the popper. I've got a lot of confidence in this bait. Catches a lot of nice fish. Just gonna work it along this west bank and see if we can talk anything to coming up. know the fish are here. I don't know what the deal is. They should be biting better than they are, but they're not. All right, y'all, sorry about that. I had my GoPro, my battery just died. Right as I was fixing to change it, I got bit by this guy on a popper. So hopefully we can get the popper bite going, because as y'all know, one of my favorite ways to catch them. So let's see how big he is. Get a picture of him for my monthly kayak tournament, and we'll get him turned back loose. See, he's almost 18 inches. Almost 18. Almost 18 inches. There he goes. All right, thanks, bud. Thanks for playing. Cool. All right, if we can keep that bite going, I'll be pumped. Go catch a couple more real quick. Sweet. Catch about 4 more 18 inchers like that. I'll be pumped. Popper flat gets bit. Y'all have seen me use it if you've seen any of my recent videos. Right here in the summertime, you can see the sun right ahead of me is setting in the clouds. Anytime you get shadows and low light in the early morning, late evenings. Right now it's about 8 to 10 p.m. So we're getting into the shady part of the evening. And man, there's just nothing that beats it this time of year. It just flat catches fish. Got him. Oh no. Dang it. Had him. Let's see if we can get him to bite again. Terrible cast. That's not even close to where he was. That sucker was sitting there. As soon as my popper hit the water, he was after it. Let's see if we can get him to come back. I think we can get that one to bite again. I'm normally about 50-50 for those fish that slap the popper and don't quite get a hook. About 50% of the time I can fire back in there and get them to bite it again. It's hit or miss. Guess not this time. Ooh, there's a big swirl right off that. Right off that T-post out there in the water. See if we can get him to come up. That was a nice swirl. Come on up, bud. Eat this popper. There he is. Oh, that's a good one. Come here, bud. Barely hooked. Yes. Another good one. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. There we go. Another good one. That's what I'm talking about. 18 1/4. Thanks, bud. 18. Oh man, that was a 5-pounder. That was a 5-pounder. Man, that was a giant. Dang it. I don't know what happened, why he missed that. Oh man, that was a giant. Come back, buddy, come back. That was a freaking giant. Golly, that damn thing hit it right at the freaking boat. Dang it. Where'd he go? He followed it all the way to the boat, and it was an inch from the boat when he hit it. Golly. Got freaking swirled on, he missed it. All right, guys, so I forgot to film an outro on the day that I filmed this video. As you can see there, I kind of got on a little bit of a bite, a little bit of a popper bite there. At the end of the day, I ran out of daylight. I knew that the fish weren't hitting the bait really well, but I also knew that there was a lot of fish down this little stretch and in this little area. So stay tuned for the next video, because the next day, this is a Friday that I filmed this video. The next Saturday morning, I decided to get up early, go out there and hit them. I entered up in some online tournaments and went out and got after them, guys. So you guys aren't going to want to miss that one. Go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Come back and see this video, the next video that's going to be posted. You guys won't be disappointed, I promise. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.